This was never just a feud between two actors. It was a collision between power structures, between legacy and momentum, between a man who built a franchise from the ground up and a man whose arrival changed its gravitational pull. Behind the scenes of Fast and Furious, one of the most profitable franchises in film history, a silent war unfolded, carefully managed, rarely spoken about directly, and ultimately powerful enough to reshape the entire series. This is the full story of how Vin Diesel and Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson went from allies to rivals, and why Hollywood itself struggled to contain the fallout. Before this franchise became self-aware spectacle, it was something else. Small, street-level, personal. Vin Diesel didn't just star in The Fast and the Furious, he fought to protect it. After walking away from sequels, he felt diluted the vision. Vin returned not simply as an actor, but as a steward. By Fast and Furious and Fast 5, Vin Diesel had become the face of the brand, a hands-on producer, the emotional compass of the series. To him, Fast and Furious wasn't disposable IP. It was a family business. And like many family businesses, it ran on loyalty, hierarchy, and control. By the late 2000s, Universal Studios knew the truth. Fast and Furious was popular, but vulnerable. The solution wasn't subtle storytelling, it was force. Dwayne Johnson was brought in not as a character actor, but as leverage, a proven draw, a global brand, a guarantee that opening weekends would matter again. From the studio's perspective, this wasn't about chemistry, it was about insurance. The moment Luke Hobbs arrived on screen, the balance shifted. The Rock didn't play second position. He never had. Off-camera, Johnson operated with military discipline, early call times, intense preparation, absolute focus on efficiency. Vin Diesel operated differently, long conversations, creative rewrites, producer authority exercised in real time. Two leadership styles, two definitions of professionalism, neither compatible. Fast 5 exploded, critics credited the chemistry, audiences praised the energy. And quietly, a dangerous question emerged. Was the franchise reborn because Dom returned, or because Hobbs arrived? In Hollywood, success doesn't just validate, it rearranges power. Modern action stars don't negotiate scenes, they negotiate outcomes. As the franchise grew, contracts evolved, fight loss limitations, damage thresholds, mandatory dominance ratios. These clauses weren't about vanity, they were about brand protection. If one man looked weaker, his leverage outside the franchise weakened too. So fights became stalemates. Narrative clarity gave way to negotiated balance. The story bent to preserve power. The tension wasn't explosive, it was procedural. Scheduling changes, separated coverage, scenes rewritten to reduce overlap. This wasn't a feud played out in shouting matches. It was a slow administrative separation. And it worked until it didn't. During the Fate of the Furious, control slipped. Dwayne Johnson went public. He praised professionalism, then condemned unnamed co-stars. Hollywood understood the message instantly. The silence that had protected the franchise was gone, and studios fear public fractures more than private wars. Universal didn't choose sides. They chose containment. Vin Diesel represented continuity. The Rock represented growth. The solution wasn't reconciliation, it was separation. The spin-off wasn't creative freedom, it was pressure relief. A franchise within a franchise. No Dom, no hierarchy conflicts, just momentum. Financially, it worked. Politically, it confirmed the split. Years later, as the saga neared its end, Vin Diesel tried to reframe the story. He invoked family, legacy, Paul Walker. But by making it public, the appeal crossed from reconciliation into pressure. Dwayne Johnson declined. The decision wasn't emotional, it was structural. Vin Diesel leads through preservation. Dwayne Johnson leads through momentum. One protects what exists, the other expands until resistance breaks. Both are effective. Together, they were unstable. The Rock's return wasn't forgiveness, it was calibration. A cameo, not a reunion. Business, not brotherhood. Fast and Furious sold the fantasy that family conquers all. Behind the scenes, it revealed something colder. In billion-dollar franchises, power must be managed. And when it isn't, even family fractures. This wasn't gossip. It was gravity. Because the real stories are always off-screen.